the boldest. They the blackest, the brightest, the boldest. We talk combos, go. We come in, we hit it with the trick shot. Nothing but net, we need that bell, but them haters they gon' still watch. Like I just said, when it comes to combat, you looking at the TikTok. You wanna come into the ring, mess around, go ahead, get tricked out. We got the attitude, nation to dominate. We got the table, we filling up all the plates. You press play whenever you wanna taste. We always with the real, baby, you never gave fake. The blackest, the brightest, the boldest. They the blackest, the brightest, the boldest. They the blackest, the brightest, the boldest. We talk cowards, they the coldest.
It's them again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Glow Sun Production proudly brings to you its best, brightest, and blackest combat review show there is on YouTube or anywhere else. This is We Talk Combat, so we talk all things combat, sports, and sports entertainment. I'm one of your hosts around here. I go by a few names. One is Muy Grande Negro Americano, but you may also know me as King. I'm also going to introduce my co-host around here, but before I do, first and foremost, do me a favor if you're new around here, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button while you're at it, and the notification bell so you're always notified of when we drop this fire around here. We normally do shows around 3 p.m. Eastern on Sundays, but we had a bunch of PLEs this weekend and all of that, so we had to make time today before Raw. They dropped doing that early as well, so I'll show you that as well right now. Our watch-along schedule, watch-alongs every day of the week, damn near. Monday is Raw, as you see on the screen. Tuesday will be NXT. Wednesday's Evolve. Thursday is TNA Impact. Friday is SmackDown. We show all AAAs as well as Saturday night main events, Sunday night main events, or any WWE PLEs as well, or NXT PLEs. So if you're interested in seeing the video versions of those, definitely hit us up. Subscribe to the channel. Get the link to the Discord in the description of the video or the channel, and then just hook up your Discord and link your Discord and your YouTube together over there so that you have access to the video version. That's all we ask. We just ask for a subscription. That's it, guys. So help us out. Also, with your subscription, you're helping us out to reach our goal of 500 subscribers. That's our goal currently. We are less than 100 away. I should see if I can do a little background music for that or something like that. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, we're less than 100 away, guys. So tell your friends, tell your friends, your cousins, your cousins, your play cousins, all of that, that we got this show around here. So help us out, independent content creators over here. But now let me get to my co-host. First up on the screen, my babe, Kamo Queen in the Ring 86. How you feeling today, babe?
I'm feeling good. How about you?
I cannot complain. I'm ready to talk about this wrestling and get it over with. Next up on the list, my bro, the final Hugo boss himself, Travis. How you today, bro?
I'm good. Another day. Let's talk some wrestling.
Let's talk about it. And last but not least, he's heavy on the developmental side. My guy, Mr. Green. How you today, bro?
Hey, man, ready to talk about this wonderful week in wrestling entertainment.
Yes, sir. All right, y'all. Again, hit the likes, hit the subscription or subscribe button, I should say. So that you are subscribed and have a subscription with us. Also, if you're new around the channel, we have another channel, We Talk Combat Clips, where I drop shorts all throughout the week, condensed versions if you're interested in that, instead of the long version of the show, which goes about an hour or so. So definitely subscribe over there if you're interested in those. Like over there as well. The way the show works, we go through our highs and lows of the week, give a letter grade, a review and a letter grade, talk about any tea that may happen. At the end of the show, we get to your questions and comments. So if you have any questions or comments before we start, hit us with the @ WTC. You can talk throughout the show, interact with us as long as it's respectful. We'll get to you at the end of the show. And let's get straight to it, y'all, with our highs and lows. Another week, WWE product. Monday Night Raw, Street Profits again. I think they're the first team now to have the NXT, WWE World, and there was one I'm missing as well. I'll get to it when I think about it. I feel like they have 4. I'm missing something, but they were the first team to do something. But shout out to
they won the NXT. That NXT, they basically got, they won every tag title.
Yes, in WWE right now. So shout out to them. We'll get to that and more. on NXT. We had Tony D'Angelo sign his contract with Naraku, and he had a flame ball, or a fireball, I should say, actually hit him in the face, yoga flame. Messed his eye and all of that, leading towards the PLE. So we'll talk about that and more. On Evolve, Travis' favorite wrestler, Nikita Lyons, won the Women's Evolve Championship. We'll talk about from Wendy Chu. We'll talk about that and more. I've got AJ Francis on Impact, defeated I forgot this guy's name that quick. Something I forgot his name. I'm sorry. But yeah, we're gonna talk about that and more if people watched it. On Friday Night SmackDown, we had a debut finally, I guess the re-debut of Madam Blake Monroe as she attacked Julia from behind after Julia's victory over Kiana James. We'll talk about that and more on Friday Night SmackDown. On AAA, shout out to Lola Vice. She retained her title, right? Her title was on the line. Retained her title against
she retained her title, yes.
Against La Hydra on AAA. So shout out to her. We'll talk about that and more. And then over the weekend as well, we had a few PLEs at Night of Champions. I'll start from the bottom right and work my way up. We had Trick Williams retaining his U.S. championship against Ricky Saints. Tiffany Stratton retaining her U.S. championship against Jade Cargill. You had Seth Rollins defeating Braun Breaker in a steel cage match. Io Sky became the queen of the ring by defeating Liv Morgan and issued a challenge to her for a match at SummerSlam for her world championship. You had Obafemi defeating Jey Uso to become the king of the ring. And then last but not least, Sami Zayn defeated Cody Rhodes and Gunther to become the new undisputed champion at Night of Champions. Slammiversary. I don't know all the results from this. I didn't get to see it, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. I do know Nick Nemeth became the new TNA champion. I do know that Mustafa Ali went against Oha Nation. I believe that's Apollo Crews' new name. I guess we can talk about more. Oh, and the Hardys. I don't know if they're on here, but they became tag champions again. So we'll talk about that and more. And last but not least, at the Great American Bash. I don't know why I'd be wanting to call this Bash at the Beach, them damn bashes. But I'll start at the bottom as well. We got Shiloh Hill defeating Tristan Angels. For the women's speed champion, that is who is that with the speed championship? I cannot remember the name right now, y'all. Help me out.
Ren Sinclair.
Oh, Ren Sinclair. She won handily, actually, with 45 seconds left against what's the other lady's name?
Ariana Grace.
Ariana Grace from what's the name? From over at TNA and all that stuff. Then we had Big Za defeating or retaining her championship, her women's North American championship against Tatum Paxley. We had what's his name? Don't say this. Don't you say it. What is it? God, what's Sugars? Why can't I think of his name right now, bro? That's my name.
Saquon Sugars.
Saquon Sugars. Golly. Saquon Sugars defeating Dion Lennox. Then we also had Miles Bourne.
Hey, yo, it's a lot of names, though, dog. It's a lot of names today.
Retaining his championship against Tavion Heights. He had what's his name? Tony D'Angelo defeating Evil with one eye. Wow. And last but not least, we had the only championship change of the night, which was Kendall Gray becoming the women's NXT champion against Lola Vice. So I'm gonna start the day, I guess, reverse and flip this. Let's start with you, Mr. Green, today, bro. What was your overall or highs and lows of this week's WWE product, and what's your overall letter grade, bro?
Okay, cool. No problem. I'm gonna run through a lot of these things because we got a lot to talk about. First and foremost, Raw. Oba, once again, I love Oba's promos. It's very impactful. It's not too many words, and he just does what he's supposed to do. So he really I feel like he had Jay shook for a little bit during that promo. Shout out to the Street Profits for getting the tags. Clearly, there's other things at play here when it comes to all the people involved, but Joe Hendrick came back. I can't be mad. That's my guy. And I think that was to me, that was the highs from Raw. If it was low, then I didn't talk about it. It just wasn't that kind of show. It was just the go home show. So we know what time it is. They're preparing for the big show. After that, we had NXT. the fireball around the world. That was much better than what Priest and Aleister Black was trying to do. I don't know what that was, but this was a legit fireball. Like that was beautifully done. The fact that he didn't really get hurt. Hopefully he really didn't get hurt. So there's that. But like I said, this was also a go home show. This wasn't the best NXT show, and they even got my man Keanu Carvalho. Although we love EK Knight, EK Prosper, I should say. And we see what you do next week with the AAA stuff, but this just wasn't the best show. A lot of holdover until we get into the main show, which was later on in the week. Evolve even had a their PLE, I say it wasn't necessarily paid, but this was their promotion, Succession 3. You had Nikita Lyons, which yes, she stepped up and won a Evolve Championship, if you want to call it that. Let's just call it what it is. She's the fourth winner of that. They even had Callie and Kendra Gray in the crowd too, so it was nice to see, all four of them, including Wendy, take pictures and stuff afterwards. Especially when we pretty much caught Evolve from Dan in the beginning. So this is good stuff. Just good stuff, a little slower stuff. Aaron Rourke is getting I don't know how long this experiment pause is going to go, but he was on NXT. He did go against, I think he went against Trish and the Angels or something like that. So I'm like, okay, now he's defending his title against Max Abrams or whatever. And he won. He beat the whole Mod Squad. So now he's starting to get his superpowers and stuff. Like, once again, King, once you said this, I'm 100% in agreement. We need more champions, dog. This is not the spot to hold the belt. I want to see how others do with the title. Like, what are we doing here? But it is what it is, and he's getting more and more shine. Not my favorite guy, but it is what it is, I guess. I missed out on TNA, but we can go straight into SmackDown. And I think we all had a feeling that Trick was going to open the show. And we love Trick here. They had a pause moment, towards the end of it. We're not going to talk about that. Shout out to King saying that it was planned.
Shit, I'm going to talk about it. Go ahead.
But you feel free. But it was just, like I said, promotions for the upcoming PLE. That was fine. I had no issues. Blake Monroe came back or showed up. The only issues I had with that is, they are promoting people too long. It's too long, man. Like, I don't know what she was doing. I don't know whether she had a vacation schedule for like 3 months or something along those lines. She could have squeezed out one more feud in NXT before she came up, in a sense. So I don't like the longevity it takes for you to actually show up on these shows. But that was that. Cody did, Cody and Gunther, Sami, another promo. It led into that. Let's talk about Night of Champions, which it really wasn't a Night of Champions, but it was close enough. I don't know where to start with Night of Champions. I like the Ricky Trick match. That was cool. It wasn't nothing to like ride home about, unfortunately. They was cool, you know what I'm saying? It was a cool match. I don't know. I feel like they was kind of constricted, maybe based off of time or something like that. I know that I've seen these two perform better. This wasn't their best performance. I've seen these two perform better, and I need to see that again. So I don't know who's on that fault, but when it came to the King of the Ring, I think it should have been more of a squash than what we saw. It was 8 minutes, and I just think that was a little bit too long. And then they saying that Oba might have tapped out. Like, he didn't, but I can see Jey Uso at least defended himself a little bit by saying that he did. But that was cool. Oba won. Like, that's what we want. That's what we needed to see. Phenomenal King of the Ring promo. Phenomenal King of the Ring promo. He's no longer he's also the ruler, but he's also the king. You gotta call him king. So I love that. I had no issues with that. Liv and Io wasn't their best match. Wasn't their best match. And I'm not talking about the false finishes and stuff like that. We don't need those to have a great match. Like I don't need up to 15 of them. But I do think that just the flow of the match, it could have been better. They're pretty good wrestlers, especially Io. And then she chose her, so they're gonna like pretty much run it back. But then it'll be like, you know, Judgment Day and all that other stuff. I would much rather Asuka come back out of somewhere and say you need to challenge Rhea and to get that sidekick thing and just finish that storyline. I hate the fact that they butchered that storyline right there. And that would be more entertaining than getting another, I don't know, couple more months or a couple more weeks of Liv and Io. But it is what it is. Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker had the match of the night. I will say that. I don't like Braun losing. It's just for the sake of just for the sake of other people. Just for the sake of, if he's not an A guy, then let him not be an A guy. But you still need your B guys. You need your B guys. The way y'all treat him, he's almost like a C to a D guy now. Like, I don't understand that, but I guess they have bookings in which they have to promote. So if Seth wins, guess what Seth is going to do? Everyone's saying it's going to be Seth versus Roman some kind of way. This is setting that up, right? So I guess that's why he had to lose. I just don't like Braun losing too much. Like, I need him to be formidable, so when Oba kick his ass, it's actually something. You know what I'm saying? If Javon beats him, it's actually something. Like, that's what I need from that. But that's that. I'm trying to think of what else we got here. The main match, the championship match. That was also good. I'm not gonna lie, this was a great match. It wasn't too much. It wasn't over the top. It played within itself. Pause. And Sami got the dub, man. On Cody with the almighty roll up. Understand, you can have multiple finishes in a match, but that roll up is damn near undefeated. Shout out to Bret Hart. So when it comes to that, he got it. He got it. Then we see Gunther talking to Nick Aldis. They might have a few. You know what I'm saying? He might get him from manager to actually wrestling again, which is, it's somebody. I always say somebody. One of these managers got to fight. Like, you used to be a wrestler. All you guys used to be wrestlers, so I'm quite sure it's eventually going to happen. So it's just kind of win. And I think that's it. I think I covered for that. Oh, Jay lost. Yeah, you can get a middle finger to that. I really don't. That bothers me a lot. I'm tired. I'm tired of Jay losing on PLEs, and we talked about it. Yes, we did.
Remember,
Yeah, we did. Yeah, it's there now. It's there now. We gotta stop. We gotta curb this. I do not want another Mercedes Moné, Sasha Banks. I don't want that. So let's fix this now. But we get it, right? Charlotte Flair, that's the key thing here, and we're going to see what happens between Charlotte and Jay moving forward. They are friends, so you would expect a good rivalry coming from this. Great American Bash. Now, this was, from start to finish, a really, really good PLE. Shawn Michaels and the team, they just know what they know. They are very good at what they do. And it shows. I was even confused with who was starting the match out, because I even said, hey, what time did it start? Because they started with the championship match. This is probably, honestly, the worst match of the card. And I'm not even trying to butcher the card. It is what it is. We're still getting used to Evil's Nakamura, whatever his name is. We're still getting used to him and how he wrestles and things like that. So we gotta probably need a little bit more time with him. So we see what happens when it comes to his career. But I think he might be NXT. I don't know if he ever gets up. And then if he ever gets bumped up, just put him with Shinsuke and just let them be a tag for that. Like, he's like already damn near 40. Like, this is not his thing. He came from New Japan. But Tony got the victory. You know, Tony winning was cool. It's just the way he wins. He has the no-sell Hawk thing, like the Hawk up thing that he does. And that's That's fine in NXT because you're going against these kind of guys. That's not going to work on the main roster, dog. That's not going to work against the Obafemis of the world. It's not going to work against the Romans of the world, or that might not even work with Ricky Saints, dog. Like it's just, it's not going to work, man. I don't like it. It's like a power forward in college. It's like a center in college at 6'9" with a post game. That don't work when you go to the pros. It won't work. You too short. It ain't gonna work, dog. But that was that. The speed match was great. It was great. It was 5 minutes. Let's get in. Let's get out. Ren Sinclair did a finisher. Like I said, one of the best unique finishers, submission moves that's out there. I love it every time she does it. Shay going great match, man. Great, him and Dion. I really felt the heat in this match, and that's what you want, man. You want, when you're watching this stuff, you want to feel like, yo, like there's some type of animosity, like really here. And I'm gonna continue that with the Bourne and Heights. That, man, first and foremost, they should be a tag team. Let's just call it what it is. They could be a great tag team on the main roster. When I seen Bourne do the Randy power slam while he was in between the ropes, I said, that is some athleticism right there, dog. And he did it crisp too. But he got the dub. Like I said, Heist is just a job, but that's why I wanted to be a tag, so you can get some victories, dog. It is what it is. The women's match, both of them. I'm gonna say Lola for last, I guess. Pax, Tatum, and Zah. Great match. Arguably one of the better matches of the year. They really take this. Tatum got a couple bangers on her, man. She's a really good wrestler, man, and she sells a lot of stuff. Her moveset is unique. Her finisher is unique, and that's what you want. You want something to stand out, and she stands out tremendously. And Za's just Za, man. Za is waiting for that next that upcoming, man. She needs to go on the main roster and just be who she is, man. She got her own lane, and it's a unique character. Shout out to shout out to Kai from Black House Bookings. It's a lot of girls that's starting to look similar. You know what I'm saying? That's why we need others to stand out. And these two stand out. Lola Vice also stands out. Kendall Gray stands out based off her movesets. And when I saw them two fight each other, once again, one of the better matches of the year. These women, I see why they closed the show with them two. As much as we know that they are putting everything around Kendall Gray, God damn it, she's a great wrestler, dog. Like she's really good at this stage than where she's at. And they performed phenomenally, man. They had a great match. And she got the dub. It's just like it was her time. It is what it is. Because Lola has a whole AAA thing going. She has a whole nother thing going. So she don't necessarily need to be a dual champion like that. And I don't mind that. Shit, her Priest is gonna be in AAA now. Like that's just what it is. That's her lane, and then she can kind of moonlight on the main roster once she gets up. But phenomenal night so far. I did see AAA as well, or at least some of the highlights of AAA, in which it was her, right? It was her, and what she do, and she performed a good match with La Hydra. Well, that's that. I don't think that's the name. That's definitely Marvel. But I know, right? I'm messing up. Anyway, phenomenal card. I'm gonna sub it up. I guess I gotta get my card, my weekly joint. Very dull shows all across for the beginnings. I think the Great American Bash was better than Night of Champions. It had more champions. That's one thing. I cannot stand that. We need to fix that. Triple H, you need to do something. Yeah, NXT should not be outperforming that. You just had Triple H, which outperformed you. What are we doing? This is the main roster. I'm going with a C+ for the week because of the bad the dull lead ups to that, which was pretty good PLEs. C+. Thank you for your time.
With C+, maybe a good week here. Let's go over to you, baby Chemo Queen. What's your highs and lows of this week WWE product, and what's your overall letter grade? Is she there? Uh-oh. She wanted to go next, but there she is.
Am I unmuted now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. I'm going to just fly through really fast because I missed most of the week. So I'm going to just fly literally to the highs and the lows. So Monday, I would say that the highest point there was, in terms of things we saw, was the Ulafala that Jacob got. They're finally setting up the next story. Thank you. Appreciate you. LA Knight. He did some things. Either way, Raw was basically set up for Night of Champions. Moving on. NXT, NXT literally was set up just for Bash, the Great American Bash. And just move on from there too. Evolve, it was okay. I At the end of the day, Evolve be Evolve, but I did actually watch a nice bit of it, and it was kind of nice to see a little bit more characters get a little bit build up. And Wendy Chu, she kind of okay, and they definitely were trying to keep her in the limelight, but she's not a good talker. Moving on. Thursday, didn't see it. Moving on. Friday, the highlight, of course, being Trick putting up his married finger. I love that for him. Who cares about all that other stuff? At the end of the day, SmackDown was SmackDown. I'm glad it's going back to 2 hours because lately it hasn't been that interesting. Moving on, we can go to Saturday. So Saturday we had Night of Champions. I don't really have a whole lot of complaints about Night of Champions. It actually was one of the better PLEs of the year, personally. I do think that they made a good choice in terms of keeping the belt on Strick. They made a good choice in taking the belt off of Cody. With Jade, I kind of expected that there was going to be interference from Charlotte because she just jacked up Charlotte, on Friday. So I kind of expected that. And I know that they're right now just trying to keep Jade on TV. Meanwhile, we don't really know what's going on with like Rhea and some other people. Like she doesn't really have a lot of people she can go against right now. So I understand that. It is what it is. Seth, I was a little bit surprised that they let Seth win, but I kind of understood at the end of the day that Braun, every time that they keep trying to do some sort of elevating for him, he always gets stepped on. And I feel sorry for the guy. At the end of the day going in. Seth, I hope you don't get hurt again. Let's see. Oh, but Femi, Jay, we already knew that shit from the beginning. Jay is gassed. At the end of the day, this comes back to them trying to put Oba on TV because all Oba has done is squash matches against like weaklings and a few big other matches, obviously like Brock and like some other big guys. So this is really just an excuse to put Oba, on screen. So I'm fine with that. Jay's garbage. Who cares? I don't even remember anything Gunther did, to be honest. Now I'm thinking about it. I don't even remember him really being in the match with Cody and Sami. But I knew Sami's gonna win in the Middle East. It's cool. Everybody was happy over there. They was Sami's happy. Yeah. Okay. Moving on. We can go to AAA. AAA was AAA. I know that they're trying to put Los Toxicos a lot more on the show and La Catalina. So that's basically the reason why they keep kind of trying to find ways to put them in matches in some way. Because at the end of the day, right now, there's a lot of change ups at AAA. Like, Mr. Green said, Damian Priest is about to be over there, which we've been saying for months. Like, go pull the receipts on that one. We've been saying that for actually probably almost a year. We've been saying that he should be over there. So that's a good thing. Rey Mysterio, I don't know what's going on with his translating lately, but he's been half-assing it. So we half the time don't even really know what's going on. So I vote that Ray should stop translating. They should just get somebody else to translate. Then we see Manny Vikingo, I think, too, as well on AAA this weekend. I think we did. If we didn't, that's probably the week before.
Nah.
All right. So yeah, it was last week. Okay, because I felt like I just saw Manny Vikingo. All right, so Omos, he was there. Cool beans. Moving on.
Yeah, we saw. What's the name? Bro, what's his name? What's his name? Dr. Wagner. Bro, what's it? Grunt.
Yeah.
What's his brother
Gallardo.
name?
I think I'm saying that right. Gallardo.
Yeah. Gallardo.
Yeah.
He went against Mecca.
Okay.
Mecca Wolf.
Some guys, Mecca Wolf. Some Wolf guy.
Yeah. Mecca Wolf.
Okay, well that's good for them. Moving on. Boom, we're gonna move past that too. So Sunday. I'm not used to having PLEs on the fucking Sundays, but The American Bash wasn't too bad. At the end of the day, I hate Tony D'Angelo, so I'm never gonna enjoy any time I have to see him. I kind of knew that he was gonna win, but it was a chance to put Evil on TV, so I get it. At the end of the day, all of these matches, I understood why they were happening. I understand why the Speed Championship is going on. I mean, I understood why Lola had to lose the belt. She had a good 80 days. She should be happy about that. She already got another belt. Like, she's trying to be Lola 2 belts. Like, come on now, you gotta chill. At the end of the day, I didn't really have a whole lot of complaints, actually, now I think about it. It was, all of them were okay matches. None of them really stood out as being overly botchy or anything like that. And I feel like Zarya, at the end of the day, she got a good, I said that at the end of the day like 30 times. I feel like Zarya always puts on a good show, always great on the mic. She has a cohesive story, and I like that. So it translates in the mat. It makes the matches good to watch. And, you know, her going against Tina Paxley, we understand. Tina Paxley about to get called out, so we understand. And Lola Vice and Kendall Gray, that was a Kendall Gray, you know, like goon fest. That's all that was. That was Dave Meltzer's fever dream. We just saw it happening. Her family was there. Sorry, I knew she was gonna win. Like, come on now, like, the fuck? Like, I saw her family there, so it kind of took away the surprise. You know, with Liv Morgan was she was cursed and shit. I think at the Night of Champions, or she was cursed at Raw. Whatever, she was cursed at some point. Then she fucking lost. So it was the same shit. It was like, okay, her family there. She's probably gonna fucking win. So it is what it is. I don't have no negativity to really say about Kendall. Your girl Jada Parker was out in the tailgate being a jobber. She was just out there hanging with the crowd. She might as well just go be a regular person now, because like she ain't got too much going on with her. So at the end of the day is, like I said, gonna fucking end. So that's the end of all that shit. I would probably just give the week. I'm gonna give it a solid B minus. I really wanted to give it a C, but Trick got married, so that bumped it up. Everything for the most part made sense for one storyline wise, and we had a surprise on 2 PLEs for the most part. So that's the reason why I actually gave it so high. That's me. Boop, and I'm out.
All right. So we got a C minus and we got a B minus, baby. You said, or just straight B?
Minus.
Okay, B minus. She said
it was a B minus. Yep.
All right, C minus, B minus. All right, Hugo Boss. Let's go to you.
Mhm.
What were your highs and lows this week, WWE product, and what's your overall letter grade, bro?
All right, so I'm feeling just like everybody else so far. You know, as far as like the week of wrestling so far, just a basic build up between, you know, the beginning of the week and towards everybody's PLEs. But let's get to Raw. So basically, we started out with Over Femi, you know, coming out sending this promo with Jay. Now I've been hearing so far with Jay, this whole warning shot thing has been actually stolen from Kenny Omega. Like he stole that whole thing from Kenny Omega for some reason, but I don't watch it. I didn't see AEW, so I've been hearing that it's been stolen lately. But we also see, you know, Bailey getting decapitated by the rope, middle rope or whatever. A lot of, you know, turning on partners this week, just like on NXT also. But shout out to the Street Profits, you know, actually winning the tag team championships. We're gonna go over to NXT. Like I said, a lot of turning on folk, because now the Collins broken up. Tony got hit in the face with a fireball. EK, you know, he got the big win over Keanu Carver. Now we'll have to say this one thing: like, how does EK get a title shot for Mini Vikingo beat Vikingo or 2 AAAs ago? I just thought that, you know, when you beat the champion, you're like the next one up to get a title match. But, you know, go over to Evolve. I ain't see Evolve like that, but congratulations to Miss Nikita Lyons. You know, go to TNA. I felt like TNA was just basically garbage, you know, so they ain't nothing really exciting happen. We gonna go over to Friday. Now let's clap it up, because they have finally found Blake Monroe. Blake Monroe has been found. We don't know where she at. I'm gonna agree with Mr. Gray. Like, look, if y'all was gonna have off of TV this long, you basically could have had her on NXT performing matches, really. Just saying. Now I love the ending. Like the end of promo with all the guys, you know, everybody showing up, and, you know, Oba standing on the ring apron, and all the guys, you know, doing a little standoff, and everybody, you know, it is like Sami picking up the title, Cody picking up the title. I thought that was pretty cool. You know, go over to what is it, kind of Slammiversary. Did see Slammiversary, but Shout out to Nick. You the champ. You'll go over the Night of Champions. So I felt like between this and NXT, it saved a lot for me this week because I thought that this was my highlight of the week so far. The 15 people that was cheering over Ricky Saints. I'm glad he didn't win. Now, put myself say, but another thing. I thought it was like, do you know with this King of the Ring and all that stuff? Like I get it at Oba won and EO won. Like it's just that when you win the King of the Ring, I expected you to put the crown on you, like just to get the crown and put it on your head. It's like Oba kissing the crown, man, that's cool and everything like that. But
Cody stopped
actually wear the crown, Oh, but anyway,
Cody. I was saying Cody stopped it.
See, and that's the problem right there. It should be, everybody should be getting the crown put in their head and all that stuff. I didn't have a problem with Jade losing because like I've been saying for like I think last week, maybe a couple weeks ago, I do not want Jade to continue to lose. I actually want Jade to go back towards getting the championship back. I don't understand why she was, United States, getting a United States championship match. And that's cool what it is, but shout out to Sami Zayn, actually becoming champ. He certified Hall of Famer now. This builds up his, his criteria is his legacy card or whatever. So I thought it was cool. Go to AAA. So for AAA, we got what's that? Galato. He had a match against Wolf. I thought that was pretty cool. Now we still don't know, but the Psycho Circus who attacked Pagano. I have no idea who might have attacked him because this whole apology thing and they trying to get themselves back together because they basically feuding like that. And the last match with the women, that's like the main reasons I want to watch AAA. But for this week, for wrestling, I would keep it right in that range, and I'm gonna give it a B-.
That gong for you, Travis. All
right, I know.
So we got we got a C- and 2 B-. All right. Well, I'm gonna start over the beginning. I'm gonna go with y'all, Chemo Queen and Travis. I'm going with a B-. And it wasn't because of the week, really. It was more because of the end of the week. I feel like they delivered very, very much with their weekend PLEs and all that stuff. So I think they did a good job. And I'm okay with that. Again, like y'all said, these were go-home shows. Go-home shows, we know what go-home shows are. Like, they're go-home shows. You feel what I'm saying? I'm okay with if the formula is done correctly, I'm okay with you doing the formula. You feel me? Like, if the go-home show leads to a good PLE, which then I'm like, okay, I understand why this happened, then it works. If the PLE is trash, then the go-home show becomes trash if you didn't do anything at the go-home show. So with Raw, like y'all said, Oba being out there, taking care of his thing, his promo with Jay was cool. Jay even trying to fight back. It felt like somebody that was too small, but just had heart. You got heart there, little you know what. But he stood there, stood his ground, like you said. Lyra returned. That's fine. That's to give her something to do. Other than what's her name, Bailey, because Lyra needed to change her character up because that they ain't gonna last too much longer. Like she's about to get that black screen. And shout out to Street Profits winning the tag team championship, man. Like I want to see where they go from there. If they go really going like team up with Seth Rollins and all of that, that's just that's done now. We got the title. We can move on and try to go against the tag team. So we'll see. NXT, another go home show. Nothing really to talk about. Shout out to Keanu Carver being there still. He took the L early still in his career. But I did like the way that he took the L. It kind of protected him. He's still like a monster and all, and then dominated afterwards. So I was okay with that. So I'm really gonna move on. Tony D'Angelo got the fireball to his face. I'll talk more about that when I get the Great American Bash. Evolve I didn't watch. Don't care to either. Probably won't this week either. Let's move on to TNA Impact. I did not see TNA Impact. Shout out to my guy AJ Francis though getting the dub. I do like AJ Francis, man. I think WWE could have did more with him or whatever. He shows off on the internet as well, on like Twitter and all, showing off for his character and all. He does good moves and all. He's a Bam Bam Bigelow type dude. He's a black Bam Bam Bigelow. So I mess with him. Pause. And Friday, Blake Monroe showed back up. I thought she'd get a bigger ovation. BA said it was because they were kind of in surprise. I can understand that as well, but they were in their hometown. Couple things. Trick started the show and Oba ended the show. Like, that was awesome. That made me think about the future. Like, those two guys going to be the opening and the ending of the shows and all that stuff. That was pretty cool. The Trick wedding thing, like we said, that was awesome. Him having his moment. The ending with Oba and all of that. Again, another go home, a simple go home where you're going to have a bunch of promos and all that. And I think they did a good job with all their promos. Everybody that talked did a good job on their promos. And then we still had like 7 matches or so. Luckily, SmackDown going back to 2 hours next week. But I thought it handled its job. It was fine because the PLE handled its job. Let me keep moving forward. AAA. Lola Vice knew she was going to keep it. It was a tape show already. She had to get ready for the PLE. We knew she wasn't going to lose. But shout out to Mecca Wolf versus what was it? Dr. Wagner's bro again. Whatever Travis said last time. I keep forgetting how to say his name. Gorgingo or something like that. I'll be forgetting. I'm sorry, y'all. But shout out to them having a match with like a powerhouse between 2 luchadors, or so that was cool to see. Night of Champions. Here's my thing with Night of Champions. Best PLE of the year. Best, not PLE, just in general. Best WWE PLE of the year. And that's if you include WrestleMania as a 2-night event. Like, obviously, WrestleMania Night 2 is the best PLE I think I saw all year, other than I think Night 2 is still my favorite PLE, just in general. The AAA match was my favorite, but the Night 2 of WrestleMania was my favorite PLE. And Night of Champions right there as a whole, if we just combining the 2 WrestleManias, I thought Night of Champions was the best. This is a B PLE. This is the King of the Ring. King and the Queen of the Ring got it done. Like we said, wasn't the greatest matches and all that stuff, but none of these matches were trash. I didn't think any match was trash. People were going to always try to do stuff, say the crowd was this and that. We know they're in Saudi. We know how this is going to work. Like, I'm going past that. We wanted the show. I was okay with the outcome of Oba beating Jay. I think I told Travis that before the match. I think I said Oba's going to win now. Jay's doing a little too much. And no, I really think Oba's going to win. Oba got that call. EO won. I'm going to see how they work with that, because Liv did get cursed, which I didn't like before the match, because I already knew it was going to happen, but they're going to run it back. So if she still cursed, is she going to get Danhausen to uncurse her and like pay him in monies or whatever? So we'll see with that one. Jade and Tiffany did as well as they could have. I'm tired of seeing them wrestle. Like Travis said, I don't want to see her win the U.S. championship, so I didn't want Jade to win, but I'm tired of her losing. I hope she gets a dub against Charlotte. Really, Rhea's out right now. I don't understand why Rhea didn't vacate that title. Anybody else would have vacated. They could have gave it back to Jade right now. She could have been holding on to her championship again, which she should have lost to Rhea Ripley. She should have beat her. Then we wouldn't be in this situation. But Trick and Ricky, I want to talk about this. This is the best ovation I've heard from Ricky ever so far. Just during the match and at the beginning, I know people were hating on this match and all that stuff. Couple of things. One, it happened after the steel cage match. Steel cage match was the best match of the night. Had the stipulations and all that stuff. You knew you had to come down from that a little bit. I understand that. 2 was a straight one-on-one stipulation, no stipulation match. 3, this is my only thing with it. They got to decide. They have to decide how they want Trick to wrestle in these matches as far as storytelling. I say that because I know he's playing like the tweener role, but they had Ricky be the one to like try to beat his ass all match, and then Trick try to make the comeback. And I'm like, Trick kind of too big, pause, for Ricky to be making that look believable, where Ricky just beating his ass the whole match on the main roster. And then they have but then they don't want Trick to be like the heel and just have the whole match and do this sometimes. So they have to figure out how, when he leads, when he needs to have more offense, when he doesn't have to have offense. Or better yet, I'm gonna tell you what I think they need to do. I think part of the issue is nobody believes that Trick's going to lose with these guys as he's going against. They got to introduce like a Royce Keys or something like that. Somebody. That's why I said about the Carmelo Hayes thing before. It would bring up Carmelo. When you got Trick going against Ricky Saints, nobody thought Trick was going. You got something, Mr. Green? You came back. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think you're on to something. I recently, with Sami being the Grand Slam champion, the latest one. With that being said, the first NXT guy to actually become a grand champion. So shout out to Sami on for that feat. It made me think like, well, who's missing stuff? Well, when I looked, I seen that Cody and Drew McIntyre are both missing the U.S. title.
Bro, bring them.
I don't know if Cody can do a side quest right now. Like he doesn't have to do that. And if he does do that, and then if Drew comes back, which he got to come back eventually, like that's some real heat. That's some championship level heat for the U.S. title. And if Trick can hold his own, which we know he's going to hold his own, to both of them, in which he had run-ins with both of them already.
Yep.
I'm like, oh, we got something cooking here, and it gives purpose for certain things like that.
And I'm hoping
but they're not going to do that.
Well, I'm hoping because it's about to get real crowded on the title scene, though. Especially if Randy and Drew returns and all that. We hearing Kevin Owens might be returning too.
He shut up. He was on Great American Bash. He looks good.
What I'm saying. Somebody gotta throw somebody in that mix that's in the World Championship and let him come down and be a United States, or not even be the champion, but just fight him. So even CM Punk, if he was to come over, like I know they're not gonna do that. They want to do him with the Cody thing, but one of them need to come on over and wrestle against Trick now. That's how I feel. But to that match, that's what I feel. Get Trick, somebody where we actually think he has a chance to lose, and it's like adversity for him to win. We got to get him into that type of match so it can be like a build up of him having a comeback. His comebacks actually mean something. Shout out to Sami Zayn winning. I thought he was going to win. I just didn't want Cody to win. I hope this is not just for Brock Lesnar to come and beat him at the next mid PLE in the middle, just for Oba to then win. I don't want Oba to win like that. I think you're watering Oba again with that whole why not let him beat Roman when he do it. Just go all in with him being like Brock Lesnar, like with the Rock laws. Let Roman do it if that's what you're going to do, or like just have a different direction, but stop with the half-ass in it where you got to change it at the end. You got to decide what you want to do with that. Last but not least, Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins stole the show, but they had a steel cage match. They should have stole the show. They had the stipulation and all that. They were supposed to be the best match. They were the best match. I don't know about Braun Breaker losing. I know they had the little, got up and break, and then they took the super stomp, but he just lost to Seth already. He lost to CM Punk. You feel me? Cleanly, like it's a bunch of L's on his resume. They're going to have to, might have to take a second away, tell you the truth. And you got that cheap title reign as far as the tag team championship, but I thought they did their job, though. Braun had a great match, showed you why they think he one of the guys and all of that. And maybe that was a setup to show him what type of face Braun to be if he actually going through adversity in the moments where like he got to bulk up or Hulk up and all that stuff. Like, I'm doing so. I thought it was a great match. I was expecting somebody to come back. I thought in truth, like I said, in general, this did what it's supposed to do, bro. Like, and I'm not trying to say to be a WWE type of person. Like, this was a B match. Like, I would rather all the championships be on the line, but it's too many titles in WWE. They got to get that together. But as far as all these championships on the line and all that stuff, the matches handled their business. I was pleased and enjoyed myself watching this. Like, I didn't feel like, man, what am I doing? I was ready for the next PLE. So that was fine. I didn't see Slammiversary. Like you said, shout out to Nick Nemeth and all that stuff. And Great American Bash, I'm going to run through this real quick. Great PLE. Like you say, BA, this is probably better pound for pound than the main roster. But NXT PLEs are different. They're a showcase each time where it's like you got to do it. WWE has more of an A and a B level. Like, obviously, they have their, stand and deliver and all that shit or whatever at the beginning of the year. But all the rest of the stuff, this was their first one on CW, I think, as far as NXT. So they had to go and show off. This was a special one. So all the matches, man, handled their business. Shiloh, I actually like Tristan Angels. I was telling Travis that as well. And he like, man, you would like Tristan Angels. I think Tristan Angels might have something. His look and all that stuff and his size, his delivery and charisma and all. I think he might. Shiloh Hill, they just doing something with him because he's LFG. I don't think he's going to be something. Big Zai handled that business. Ren Sinclair dominated. Saquon Sugar's got the dub. I do want to see Dion get some dubs though soon because they got to do something. I want to see where his character's going to go. What is he going to be? Just a guy that talks and gets and loses? He's going to be a Solo Sikoa. That's what it seemed like. He the Solo Sikoa of NXT. Then Miles Bourne and Tavion did their thing. Like you said, that would be an awesome tag team. I think it'll actually help both of their deficiencies as far as Miles not being able to hear and the way he talking and Tavion being beside him and not really being a charismatic. Them just doing stuff together is a special kind of like feel-good story. So I think you're onto something right there. That would work. Tony D'Angelo beat Evil with one eye. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. That's pretty bad, bro. And this dude said he didn't want to go to the main roster, Evil and all that. So I'm like, bro, damn, bro. You just lost a dude one eye. Like, when he won that, I was like, well, yep. And it's Tony D'Angelo. It ain't like Tony D'Angelo or Obafemi or nothing like that. So, and then Kendall Gray was all set up for Kendall Gray to be the only person that won the championship. I said that from the beginning. Nobody was going to lose his title but Kendall Gray. Kevin Owens kept talking about it. Nobody going to lose and all that stuff. And then came up to her. She was going to win. Her family and all was there. You knew this was going to happen. This was the whole setup. They Trying to hurry up and get through this because as soon as she loses, she's going up to the main roster. As soon as you see her lose, she's going up.
Real quick, she had the Kurt Angle tights, dog.
Yeah, she did the Kurt Angle tights on. Is she
Who's
Kurt
a
Angle?
rat?
I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see. I do think so. Here's my thing. I think, like you say, Kendall Gray is an incredible wrestler. I keep saying that she's an incredible wrestler. I think when she compares to the other ladies, though, I think they overrate her. I think damn near all the ladies are incredible. Like we always talk about, like all of them ladies are incredible, but they keep overrating her because of a certain style. When truthfully, I don't think she's the best women's wrestler because there are a lot of ladies that she can't hold a candle to on that promo tip, and that promo tip is a major part of it. And all that's why I said we all talking about her matches. Like why Lola Vice just getting love for her matches? Lola Vice been putting on matches. Kalani Jordan all been putting on matches forever. Like what are we talking about? So. I think she's nice and all, but I just think she's a little bit overrated as far as compared to other ladies. Like they're in a great time for ladies in general. And like I said, overall, I'm giving the week a B- with you guys. I'm not gonna be like BA. He was afraid. But yeah, who am I gonna ask this question to? I'm gonna ask it to Travis. Let me go with you, Travis. What were our highs and lows brought you people by?
The merch.
The merch. As you saw, Travis had on the merch. He has on that TNA Inspired shirt. I still can't find my shirt. We'll find it sometime. But if you're interested in any of our merch that you saw on the screen, please go to the link in the description. The links in the description. We have multiple different styles as you saw. We do not, no obligation to buy any shirts or anything, but if you do, definitely post and all tag us and let us know. And we'll definitely repost anything that you sent to us as long as it's on a respectful post. We don't have any wrestling tea today, actually. Like I said, we talked about everything. So I guess we can get to our questions and comments. So BA, I'll go to you, Mr. Green. Before we get to the questions and comments, what's the sponsor of the channel, bro?
The people over at Fanatics. We thank you.
This I Was Told segment is brought to you by the folks over at Fanatics. Fanatics is the world's largest collection of officially licensed fan gear from all the leagues, teams, and players you love the most, including WWE. You can earn fan cash to redeem on your orders, jersey protection for when your favorite player is traded or changes teams. They also have an unrivaled selection of authentic fan gear and Fanatics exclusives that are only available on the site. So if you need some merch and are interested in helping the channel, scan the QR code on the screen or follow the link, which is always in the description. Hey, shout out to Fanatics. If you need any official WWE merchandise or any sports merchandise at all, apparel, definitely use that QR code on the screen that was there or the link that's in the description as well. Help out the channel that way. If you wanted to, you can post anything you want to that way as well. Let us know you use the code and we'll definitely repost you again there. But all that being said, though, this is KotR's favorite part of the show. I know for sure. Let's get to the questions and comments.
Sponsored by True Classic.
Always wanted to try True Classic, but hate shopping online? Keep watching. You've probably seen our ads online. Look, I get it, you're skeptical. I mean, is everything we sell really as soft and well-fitting as we say it is? If you need to try us before you buy us, True Classic now has stores nationwide. Visit one of these stores and you can fit, feel, and outfit a bunch of our customer favorites. So don't wait for shipping or worry about how much to spend. Visit one of our retail stores today and see the True Classic difference for yourself.
Let's do it. Shout out to Stranger Things, first and foremost, saying hi. What up, Stranger Things? Appreciate you, man.
What it do?
Please like, subscribe, and all of that if you're new around here. And join us for Discord. We'll be showing Monday Night Raw in a little bit. May actually be starting already. Shout out to KotR.
It's getting ready.
He said, the way I just blasted y'all intro on my car, not only are y'all the best, brightest, and blackest, but no doubt y'all got the best intro on YouTube. Appreciate KotR for being a guest on the show, not only, but the Babes intro that she dropped in like no time. She damn near freestyled that, y'all. Like, she a beast on that tip. Pause. No, I don't got to pause for her. Tan says, hi. What up, Tan? Travis, that Tan for you? I mean, Ricky Saints?
No, that's not. No, that's a different type. No, that's a different.
Okay.
No, that's a different type of tan activity.
Just that's. He don't want to be that. He don't want to be that tan, right?
No, not that tan. No, not that tan.
Understood. We got Edward in the building. I'm gonna get BA's quick feeling about this as well, because I've talked about this a little bit. But he said Oba killing Sami would only kill Oba. If WWE isn't going to rub Oba for real, then they are wasting their time. Like if Brock had beaten William Regal for the title at SummerSlam instead of The Rock. First and foremost, I'm gonna say they can't destroy Oba. Like we already said, they're one of the guys you cannot destroy him. He's good. He is who he is. But I do think he should get the victory over Roman Reigns instead of Sami Zayn. Like to set this up to get Sami or get it to Brock again and have that be the way he won after faking the whole retirement and all that stuff. I don't like
that. Well, that's a good point. Also, when Sami got smashed, paused by Drew McIntyre, did that hurt Drew McIntyre? Absolutely not. Some guys just they just not it, right? And Sami's he's not it. But yes, I do think this is a setup for Brock. I honestly do. I think that's their third match. And you know what? We are prisoners of the moment a little bit. When we go forward in this, like years from now, and they're gonna be like, what was his first title? Oh yeah, it was Brock. We're not gonna remember like the ins and outs of their trilogy in a sense. We're just gonna remember, oh yeah, he beat Brock at SummerSlam.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to be the thing. And plus, I want a build up, because I was the one that said like, yo, let him fight two in one night, two in the same weekend. Then I was like, what about the build up against Roman? Like that deserves a proper build up. And if I'm not getting that, then I'm gonna be like, But with Brock, it's already there. You know what I'm saying? The storyline is already there. It's just the finishing point of the storyline. So I think it should be Brock. I think it has to be Brock. Brock gets a title on the way out. That's great for him. You know, like, hey, what do I get out of this? You get one more title reign.
I'm not disagreeing with you. Just hear me out real quick.
I'm listening. Go ahead.
We had Cody Rhodes and them be champion for forever, right? We're like, damn, get the title off of him, right? We about to have 2 title changes, damn near 3 in 2 months or 1 month. You saying, and I'm not even saying that's wrong. I'm fine with that, but golly, bro, why couldn't we just have this at sometimes during Cody Rhodes' reign?
So my thing to that is, it's Cody, right? It's Cody. Shout out to Sami for saying the Golden Child, right? Well, actually, somebody else said Golden Child first. If you want to tell it, you know what I'm saying. That person's on this show. But with that being said, you know, that was something to put on Cody, whereas though, like, hey man, your itch don't stink, that type of stuff. So when it comes to the changing of hands, though, I got Sami doing something stupid, and this is what's going to lead to it. How does Brock take this match? Sami has to do something like saying, I'm letting everybody know that I'm a fighting champion. You know, he's going to do the fighting champion speech, and it's an open challenge. That'll be new, right? We haven't seen open challenges for the world title, right? For the main title. He's going to say, it's an open challenge for this particular belt. And then you're going to hear that guitar ring. then you're going to hear the and then the beat drop. And it's going, and then it's like, oh, I shouldn't have said what I just said, but it's on paper now, like it's out there now. I think to me, that's one of the rare ways that you can make this work. If not, then why the hell is Brock getting a title shot?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's that kind of thing.
We'll see. But last but not least, cuz said Braun should have won that. Yeah, I think a lot of us think.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, the only way, like BA saying, if it's going to lead to Seth versus Roman, that's the only way at SummerSlam. That's the only way it makes sense that Braun lost. It still don't make sense, but that's one I can see where it's like, all right, we wanted Seth to get the dub because he got to go against Roman and all of that. So, because he probably going to lose against Roman this time. I'm thinking Seth going to lose. Next time that Roman and Seth go at each other, Roman going to finally get the victory. And SummerSlam will be one of the places where he could get that. So,
what's their win-loss record?
Whatever it is, it's O. It's O for Roman. Roman's never beaten Seth.
Roman's never beaten Seth?
No, that's his weakness. That's his kryptonite. It's Seth Rollins. Remember, even when he was a double champion, or he was the champion.
I thought. Wait a minute.
It was. Remember, it was.
I thought he did when he came out in the Shield outfit.
Nah, remember he lost by DQ. He held the submission or whatever, and Seth had the ropes. and then it was the referee. That was the only time he lost on that feat, on that run of being champion. Roman Reigns lost that match because he held on to the submission.
That's right.
And it was a DQ.
God damn. Yeah.
Seth came out there with the best and all that stuff on. Yeah, he don't.
So let's have the history right there. The history is there. Let's not do a Cody and RKO. Let's not do that when they completely butchered the history. I didn't even know that fact. So let's promote that. That's crazy. That's wild.
That's why he called himself. Well, that's not the only reason he called himself the Architect, but that's part of the reason the Architect is he say I can create you, I can destroy you. He's been the whole that. But yes, and with all that being said, y'all, that was our show. Awesome again. Appreciate everybody that was in the comments and all that, man. Lovely show again. I know we got to get over to Raw real quick. If you're new to the channel, do us a favor, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button while you're at it, and the notification bell so you're always notified when we drop this new around here. We normally do shows around 3 p.m. on Sundays, but today, because of PLEs and other stuff, life be life in that time, we had to do it on Monday before Raw. Also, here's our watch along schedule. We'll be showing Raw pretty soon. You can see that. If you can't see it, rewind to the beginning of the show. But other than that, y'all, our other shows real quick. Let me get to those. Follow BA and the rest of the 675 crew on Get Off the Damn Fence. We talk about everything, but mainly sports on Wednesday evenings. Help them get to their subscriber goals. Y'all help them out. Help out all our channels, please. Next, we have Cuz We Geek with BA Rel, Big J, and Will. They talk about everything in geek culture and film and television. They have shows Tuesday evenings, Saturday mornings. How about my guys over there as well? If you're into anything, you're into talking about the Supergirl flop. If you want to talk about Masters Universe flop. If you want to talk about the next, how the DCU going to continue, anything like that, go to and listen to those guys. They do great work. Also, myself and Ro, we talk about basketball, Cap and Crown, NBA podcast. We have shows every Monday evening, Wednesday evenings, and Friday mornings for members. We have a show this evening as well. We talk about everything in basketball. It's the summer right now. We'll be talking about summer league soon. We talk about the draft. We'll be talking probably Jaylen Brown, his situation, other trades has been going on here recently, and people opting out, getting traded, and all that type of stuff. Come over there, help us out. We're trying to get to our next goal of 5K subscribers, y'all. So help us out. We appreciate y'all as well. With all that being said, anybody's got something, anything they want to say, man? Before we out of here, this is another good show.
Y'all come over and watch Raw with us.
Yeah, come
see
watch
you at Raw, baby.
We about to get over there and watch Raw. But with all that being said, for Kamo Queen, for Mr. Green, for Travis, this is Muy Grande, Negro Americano, aka King. This is We Talk Combat, so we talk all things combat sports and sports entertainment. We are the best, brightest, and the blackest combat review show there is on YouTube or anywhere else. We watch this shit so you don't have to. The People's Channel. We appreciate y'all so much. We'll see y'all next week, and we out. Peace.